What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now this is going to be your Cassie Mendoza weekly vendor reset. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, so let's get into this. Alright, so to get to Cassie, go through the store, open up this here door, and all of a sudden you are in a safe area, and here is Cassie. Alright, so before we go into her inventory, where I found the Snitch, I fast traveled to the shop, safe house right here, West Potomac Park, and then just north, right around right here, about 1181 by 2067 is where I found the Snitch. The Snitch location is different for everybody in the game. So he might be here for some of you, but for others he might be in a different location. He might go to the Final Epiphany safe house, 1040 safe house. Sometimes he's located, I think about like right here is another location where he might show up. But yeah, if he showed up in a different location for you, just let me know in the comment section below, and hopefully that will help out all the other agents that cannot find the Snitch. But here we go, Cassie Mendoza. So your gun runner's inventory will change in 5 days, 12 hours, and 44 minutes. Like always, you have named items at the top, gear set items, and then high-end items, followed by a couple of mods. Now, I only have 3 out of the 4 named items, and that is because I have not finished all of the Year 2 hunters yet. But if you have killed all the Year 1 and Year 2 hunters, you will have 4 items instead of 3. Now, getting into the named items. First up, we have the Tsunami. This is your named SASG shotgun, and it comes with perfect pummel. 2 consecutive kills, refills your magazine, and grants you 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. This one has 12% shotgun damage, 9% damage to armor, and 7% damage to targets out of cover. This one's pretty decent. You could either max out the damage to targets out of cover or max out the shotgun damage. But those are 3 really good attributes to have, especially on a shotgun. And, well, yeah. Next up is the Pristine Example. This is your named Araldi Holdings chess piece, and it comes with the perfect talent, Perfect Focus. Increases your total weapon damage by 6% for every second you are aiming while scoped in with an 8 times or higher scope, up to 60%. So it stacks about 10 times. Now this one comes with weapon damage at 12.8, skill damage at 6.5, and status effects at 8.0. Also comes with a red mod slot. And the third one is the Shield Splinter. You get this one after killing all of the Year 1 hunters and opening up the ivory chest at the base of ops. Now, the Shield Splinter is your named F2000 assault rifle, and it comes with Perfect Optimist. Weapon damage is increased by 4% for every 10% ammo missing from that magazine. Now this one, 10% assault rifle damage, 14.5 health damage, and 19 optimal range. Now out of these 3, I would only recommend the Tsunami. Pristine Example is okay, but the attributes do not help out the gear item itself. However, the Tsunami, the attributes very much help out the named weapon. So I'd definitely pick that one up. Now, going on to your gear set items. At the top, we have Striker's Backpack. This one comes with 10.8 weapon damage and explosive resistance at 6.6, and also a red mod slot. We have the Negotiator's Chest Piece. Again, weapon damage at 6.6, and weapon handling at 12.5, also a red mod slot. Now, this chest piece isn't bad, especially if you are using negotiators with an LMG. Weapon handling is LMG's best friend, so if you are doing that, I'd highly recommend that chest piece. Alright, we have the Aces and Eights gloves, weapon damage at 11.9 and skill haste at 9.5. Negotiator's Dilemma knee pads, weapon damage at 9.3 and skill haste at 9.5. Tip of the Spear holster, weapon damage at 10.4 and skill haste at 10%. And finally, you have Striker's Mask, weapon damage at 11.2 and health at 14,049. And then don't forget about that red mod slot. Now, out of all of these gear set items, I would not really recommend too much except for the Negotiator's chest piece, only because it has decent weapon handling and you can max out that weapon damage. Utilize that red mod slot and you could throw on there crit chance, crit damage, or headshot damage. Now getting into the high-end items. Starting off at the top, ACR. This one has the talent Strained. You gain 10% crit hit damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing. Stacks up to 5 times. This one, 10% AR damage, 12.5 health damage, and 8.5 stability. Next up is the LVOAC rifle. This one comes with Optimist, so your weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from that magazine. This one has 9% rifle damage, 11% crit damage, and 9% headshot damage. Alright, we have the Sokolov Concern chest piece. This one comes with Vanguard, so every time you deploy your shield, it's invulnerable for 5 seconds, and it grants everyone on your team 45% of your armor as bonus armor. That's a very good talent to have, especially nowadays. You could run the Crusader shield with your SMG. Every time someone runs up on you, whip out that shield, you're invulnerable for 5 seconds, and you can mow them down with your SMG. In Title Update 10, SMGs are going to be really hot, so I'd highly recommend this chest piece. Now, for the attributes, it has 10.4 weapon damage, 4131 armor regen, and 10.5 crit hit damage. You could either max out the weapon damage, or you could switch out that armor regen for more crit hit chance. Next up, we have the Murakami knee pads. Comes with a skill tier, skill haste at 9.6, and crit hit chance at 4.3. And then we have our 2 mods. First one is Offensive Systems mod, Firearms. It's headshot damage for 6.2%. And we have a shield mod for deflector damage at 4.3%. Now, as far as the high-end items are concerned, I would highly recommend the chest piece, Sokolov Concern. Vanguard. Like I said, you could either roll off the armor regen for crit headshot damage, or you could just max out the weapon damage. The LVOAC is okay. It does have Optimist, so that is pretty nice to have on a rifle. So the less ammo you have in your magazine, the more damage you get. So combining that with the crit hit damage and headshot damage, that should be a good combination. Now the ACR is not the most popular assault rifle in the game. However, having an assault rifle with Strained just helps it out even more. You could run that on a crit build and have that Strain just steadily increase your crit hit damage. Alright, for the gear sets, again, I would highly recommend the Negotiator's Dilemma chest piece. That's the only one that's decent. And then for the named items, again, I would recommend the Tsunami. It's not a very popular shotgun, however, this one having shotgun damage, damage to armor, and damage to targets out of cover with perfect pummel, that's pretty much a game changer. You could run a pretty decent shotgun build, and then after 2 consecutive kills, you get that 40% weapon damage, and all of a sudden, your slugs are hitting like insane damage. But alright, you guys, you have 5 days, 12 hours, and 36 minutes to get this. This is Cassie Mendoza. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and remember, in TU10, these vendors are going to get better, so starting next week, hopefully, these vendor resets will be worth it. But alright, you guys, hit that like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.